In 2013, the average height of the ball for the top 3 players in the world was calculated. The center of the net is 3 feet tall. It was shown that Nadal hits on average 4.5 feet above the net, Federer hits 2.8 feet above the net, and Djokovic hits 2.2 feet above the net. Just picture 2 nets on top of one another, and that's about how high you should really be hitting. You could even add a third net, and it would still be a great shot, as long as you aim deep inside the court. My name is Joe, and I help people understanding this crazy sport that is tennis and drives us all insane. If you are interested in improving your game, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this video is helpful. If there's one mistake that should upset you and is not acceptable, is missing in the net. Get that net out of the way by increasing your net clearance. Imagine how much better you would be if you never missed in the net. And yet, most beginners and intermediate players tend to think that hitting lower is better. That is most likely because they think that if they aim too high, the ball will fly out, which can be true. In order to hit high and still keep the ball inside the court, you need to make sure to hit with a lot of topspin. If you miss deep, it simply means that you do not hit with enough topspin. The other reason for hitting high is to put your opponent in a difficult position to hit the ball. What ball do you think is easier to return, a low ball or a high ball? The strike zone for every tennis player is at waist level. So you can imagine that hitting low to your opponent will most likely be easier to return. Hitting high will give your opponent a more difficult shot to return. Your opponent will either have to hit on the rise or back up in order to hit the ball at his waist level. If he hits on the rise, he takes a lot of risks. If he backs up, he is giving up a lot of space. Either way, you are getting an advantage out of your high ball. However, a short and high ball with no topspin will not help you win the point. Keep in mind that we're talking about a high ball that's deep and with topspin. Another excellent reason to hit high is because you may need more time to recover to the center of the court. If your opponent is moving you side to side, the best thing you can do is to hit higher in order to get more time to get back in the neutral position. The higher the ball, the more time it takes to get to your opponent, and so the more time you have for yourself. The main reason so many people believe that hitting low is better is because they see tennis matches on TV, and the angle that we see the court from does not allow us to appreciate the real height of the ball. To get a good sense of how high they hit, spend some time watching some court-level videos on YouTube of pros hitting or playing matches. These videos will make you feel like you're right behind the player hitting the ball, and you will be able to appreciate the real height of the ball. Lastly, hitting low and fast above the net makes you feel like you're hitting the ball really well, and it looks kind of good. But you need to realize that these shots aren't always effective. You are increasing your chances of missing in the net, and you're making it easier for your opponent to return. Hit low above the net only when you're in an offense position and you're trying to take time away from your opponent. What you should remember from this video is that hitting high is usually better than hitting low. Hitting high gives you more time, and a high ball is difficult to return and it makes your opponent step back. Thanks for watching.